Hi everybody, my name's Troy Hawes and welcome once again to another edition of My Acoustic Lounge. Today, a very rare product review. You know, if you follow my channel, I don't really do a lot of product reviews, but I wanted to share this new guitar with you that I purchased that I am in love with. It's probably one of the funnest guitars that I've purchased in recent memory. This is the Yamaha TAG3C in this beautiful sandburst finish. This is the latest offering in Yamaha's trans-acoustic guitar line. The full model number of this guitar is TAG3C SDB. It also comes in a very nice natural finish as well, so you can check them both out. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this guitar to your attention is because it's loaded with features. That's right, features that I think every solo guitar player or busker should probably know is available. Let's get into those features now. All right, you might already be familiar with the Yamaha trans-acoustic line. The first generation had some great features in it as well. It had built-in chorus effects and it had a built-in reverb effect. This new edition has kicked it up a notch. Not only does it have those two great features, but it also has added delay. It's added a Bluetooth speaker. Yes, a Bluetooth speaker in the inside. We're going to get to that in a few minutes. And as well, probably the best feature on this guitar, it has a built-in looper. Let's have a look at the features now. All right, this guitar sounds great just on its own without any of the effects in place. It's got a nice dreadnought body and it sounds super without any effects. But let's have a look at these effects now and what they do. You'll see on the very top of the guitar is the control center. This is how you activate all of the effects that you want. Let's have a listen right now to the reverb. It could be very subtle given the fact that I'm just using a standard microphone here. I hope you can hear these differences. So this is without any effect at all. Let's turn the reverb up halfway. They're analog buttons and they turn up clockwise. So let's go up 50% on the reverb. Not really much of a difference as far as I'm concerned. Let's take it all the way to 100%. All right, let's try the chorus effect. We're going to go up halfway, basically 12 o'clock, if you will, on the chorus effect. Let's take it up all the way. All right, now let's try the delay. I have to admit, delay works better on an electric guitar as far as I'm concerned, but it is a great feature to have here as well. We're going to take it up to just 12 o'clock, halfway. Here we go. Very little change at all. Let's take it all the way up full. Again, subtle. You'd pick that up quite a bit more with an electric guitar. Let's just pluck the open E. Now, if you added a little reverb to that, maybe that's a bit much. Let's turn it down halfway. It's there. It definitely works. All right, let's now talk a little bit about the looper. Okay, at its core, the looper feature built into this transacoustic guitar is very, very simple. Quite likely, if you already have a looper pedal, it's got way more features. However, there are some things that you need to know. This particular guitar definitely will do multiple layers for you as far as a looper is concerned. Let me paint a scenario for you where this guitar and its looper would come in handy. If I'm doing a solo show, or I may be out busking somewhere, and I want to do a solo, I can lay down the chords, and using the looper feature, I can do the solo over those chords. Let me show you briefly how this works. So you'd need to engage the actual looper itself on the control board. Once engaged, you can hit record. Now, what would happen is you'll see here that you're getting a blinking red light. That's an indication that the guitar is ready to record. And it's waiting for that first sound, whether or not it's a strum of a chord or if it's an individual first note. Let me show you how this works. Here we go. And that's it. You can turn up the volume. You've laid down your chords. Now you can perform a solo over those chords. Let's give it a go. That's it. What a great feature. Now, you can pause this feature if later on you wanted to go back and perform another solo. Again, it's just a matter of pushing the pause button. And it stops it. Then you go on and you play your song. Then comes that time in the song where maybe you need to do another solo. Well, you simply re-engage it again. It. It's really that simple. So it's a fun little looper for you to have. All right, and lastly, I want to explain and give you a quick demo on the internal Bluetooth speaker. Now, for this example, I want to paint a scenario for you. Maybe you're sitting with friends around a campfire, you're out camping or something to that nature, and you want to play some songs. You have a couple of choices here. Maybe you want to play along with the original song, which you can do, or maybe you want to use a backing track, which I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to use Jam Zone and show you a Chris Stapleton song called You Should Probably Leave. This is how this works. This is fantastic. Here we go. That's it. It's so much fun to play this guitar. Let's turn that off. You can actually put this down and let it just play music for you while you're doing the dishes. It's great fun. Anyway, let's talk really quickly about a couple of things that I don't particularly care for in this guitar. Okay, you might be asking yourself, well, what does this thing take? Does it take a battery? How do you keep all of those electronics in the interior of this guitar powered up? Well, here's the one thing that I maybe don't particularly care about as far as this guitar is concerned. It comes with a wire that you need to use to charge it. Let me bring it up to you to show you. And it basically goes right here. So my only challenge is it's not very long. I mean, you can't plug it in and have this being powered up and play it at the same time. The cord itself isn't very long. So that's a little odd. But it's what they've decided to go with, and I guess if you just want to enjoy the guitar, you got to learn to live with it. I must admit, the actual internal battery, once fully charged, plays a very, very long time, several hours. I believe the manual says up to 5 hours. I haven't tested it that far yet, but it certainly has played no problem for a couple hours during a recent gig that I did. The other issue that I have with this guitar is that it's slightly heavy. It's heavier than the average acoustic guitar, and that makes sense given that it has an internal Bluetooth speaker and it has Yamaha's actuators. For the record, those actuators, they call them, are what create the effects of the guitar. But it should be noted that this guitar is a little heavier than the average guitar. And there it is, the trans-acoustic Yamaha TAG3C in this beautiful sandburst color. This is a guitar that I'm going to have in my collection for many years to come because it's just so fun to play. There you have it. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of My Acoustic Lounge. My name is Troy Hawes. Again, if you like my guitar tutorials and covers, please consider subscribing. I do truly, truly appreciate it. Until the next time, keep playing. Music is good for the soul.